It's my feel-good breakfast show.
This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I have the craziest story sitting in my chair this morning. Well, Express Yourself was a major call for Madonna's Blonde Ambition tour. We all know that, huh? It's the tour that sparked, well, inspiration, openness, freedom. We heard her talk about gay rights at the time. It's also the one tour which made famous the famous cone bra. I want to talk about some groundbreaking moments that has changed someone's life forever. But before we even get there, you need to remember this. You need to remember Carlton Wilborn, and you also need to remember strike a pose. This is what it's about.
We care what people think of us. No!
Bring it back down. What's your secret?
Faking that you're strong, faking that you are confident. Faking almost all of it.
With AIDS coming out and HIV, everyone got really scared. It was terrifying. It was terrifying enough to scare people into silence.
There was a whole other backstage, that you didn't get to see, that none of us were ready to talk about.
And it's hard because this is the first time, so. And real slow, slow. Be proud, be proud, whatever it is. Because everyone is someone.
Because everyone is somebody. Strike a pose. Well, in my chair this morning, Carlton Wilborn, it's good to see you. Actually, Carlton Wilborn, it's good to see you. All the way from Chicago. Now, at the time, and I have to just say this, when Madonna did her Blonde Ambition tour, you were 26 years old.
I was a baby.
You were one of the 7 dancers that they chose.
Yes.
How did you get chosen for the actual show?
My God, there was a huge cattle call audition.
A cattle call is when they ask 10,000 dancers to rock up. How many were there at the time?
There were about 1,000 men that showed up.
And they chose you?
Yeah, it was specifically, she only wanted guys for that particular tour, and I ended up there and it all worked out. But what was in my favor was that I had actually gone to the audition and I had already been chosen by Whitney Houston to do her tour.
Okay.
So I got to go and I pretty much was like, I don't really need the job. I'll be there. I'll do my thing. So I think because I had that comfort, this other thing in my pocket, it allowed me to be freer, and here we are.
Carlton, up close, when you see him, his skin looks like smooth leather. He is now 52 years old. I have to just say your age, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
You're amazing. What has the journey been like?
It's been a journey. It's been a journey. I mean, my life in Chicago, coming from, a family that was fairly traumatic and coming from an environment, I mean, I was lower middle class, so to speak, so it didn't come from a whole lot of things. And then things started to happen. I was sexually abused from 8 to 13 and had all of these inner conflicts going on. And I have been called over time to get freer.
I want to commend you for speaking out about these things as trauma shapes us as people.
Sure.
And how we should put it out there that it makes us, I'm going to say it better, and that we can rise from this, because that is you. And now you are still doing your thing. I have to just touch on this. The first book that you wrote, now you're a motivational speaker with all those things that you've just given me, trauma and all of those. What has the journey been like? I mean, this is you.
Yeah, it's amazing. And this particular book, Front and Center, is my first book. It's the autobiography. And I call that my getting free. And so in that book, I wanted to lay out all the things where life sort of marginalized me. I had marginalized myself, and this was me sort of calling a spade and laying it all out there so I could begin the process of getting freer. And lo and behold.
Well, Strike a Pose, it's one of the documentaries, and we've been speaking about this morning, encounters.co.za. You have to touch on that website and make sure you see this guy in action, okay? Strike a Pose, one of the documentaries that's part of the Encounters Documentary Festival, happening from the 2nd to the 12th of June. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's time for the news.